Piyush, what is the mood like? What are you picking up? What do you think is precisely at the emotion and the meeting right now inside? Go ahead.
Well, Pooja, right now as we are speaking, the Team India members are right now inside the Prime Minister's residence and they are meeting with Prime Minister, and the meeting has officially begun. What we are given to understand is that before the meeting of Team India members with PM Narendra Modi, there was another meeting, official meeting which PM was chairing, but right now they are with the Prime Minister and the conversation is underway. That's what we have got the confirmation. What we are learning is that Prime Minister is going to have a special breakfast with all the players. He is going to listen into their experience. He is going to discuss about how the entire nation felt when the Team India members had picked that particular trophy. Let me also try to show you the pictures from right outside the residence. You can see the movements also taking place at this very entry point. From this very entry point, the white bus in which all Team India players were sitting had entered, and after 1 hour we will see that bus to come out from this very exit gate only. And after that particular meeting, the Team India will directly leave for ITC Maurya Hotel, and after a short halt there at ITC Maurya Hotel, they will go to Delhi airport and then to Mumbai, where the victory parade has been organized. And if we talk about this special meeting right now is underway at Prime Minister's residence, Pooja, we have always seen a Prime Minister standing like a rock with Indian players. Last time during ODI World Cup final, Prime Minister himself had gone to the Narendra Modi Stadium, and unfortunately it was a heart-breaking loss for Team India, but Prime Minister was there who had gone there in the dressing room, and he had boosted the morale of all the players. And now when Indian team has won World Cup and ICC trophy is back in the country, Prime Minister is here to share the experience with, in fact, the Team India players will be telling him as to how did they personally felt when they picked that trophy, when the entire nation was not only happy but also emotional when we saw the last few overs, Team India clinching that victory out of the hand of South Africans. Remember, Pooja, we all saw that match in the last few overs. The last
and that's why we see these celebrations, because it was such a nail-biting match, like Piyush is telling us, isn't it? And then they head to the airport after, because these celebrations will continue.
Yeah. In fact, since Rahul's still with us, Rahul, I want to come to you. What is it through your credible sources that you're picking up as far as preparations in Mumbai is concerned? Because clearly Delhi has done its bit. It's just about a couple of hours that these players will be flying out of Delhi. But have preparations already begun? Are fans already starting to line up in Mumbai? What is it that you're picking up?
Well, you expect them to reach there before time because the Mumbai police has already issued an advisory, and we are expecting a huge, massive crowd over there in Mumbai. You would remember in 2007 when Mahendra Singh Dhoni led that Indian team to that inaugural T20 World Cup final, and when they flew back to Mumbai for that victory parade, I remember MS Dhoni famously said that about the city of Mumbai, they say that it never stops, and he said, I am proud of the fact that I and my boys have brought this city of Mumbai to a standstill. It has stopped now just to celebrate with the Indian team, and I think the same will happen this time around as well, and there'll be a sea of blue. Because this time, the World Cup was organized in such a fashion in New York and in West Indies. Not a lot of people. Usually you see that a lot of Indians tend to travel abroad to watch these matches. But this time around, it didn't happen because the flights were difficult to take for the travelers, for the Indians. So I think majority of those celebrations will happen in India. It started from 6 a.m. in the morning when here at the airport at the IGI airport. Rohit, of course, was just flaunting and showing the silverware, the trophy that India had won on 29th of June. And as you've already mentioned a couple of times, currently they are meeting the Prime Minister. They'll head back to their hotel, they'll just pick up their families, and from there on they come back to the airport again, and then the victory parade in Mumbai.
You know, Rahul, as you were pointing out about what had happened back in the day, we do, for our viewers, have those visuals playing out on our screens as well as to what 2007 looked like, how glorious a chapter it is when you look back in time. But Rahul, just, you know, if you were to recall, what are those images that come to your mind, you know, when you talk about those events in 2007? Because first edition, India came up trumps, you know, they became the champions in the first edition itself. We saw that Vijay Rath, I think that's what that team bus was called, with that huge Mahendra Singh Dhoni picture right on the front with his arms extended. What are some of the images that you recall from that particular bus parade?
Well, I remember very clearly. In fact, those days back in 2007. In fact, you know, it's also, now that you've mentioned about this particular episode, I would just like to go back. Same year, 2007, the same Rahul Dravid, he was the captain of the Indian team. A debacle in the West Indies. In 2007, after that he had to put down his papers, resigned as captain, and there was a lot of heartburn amongst the players because Rahul Dravid, it seemed that he sided with Greg Chappell, and not a lot of players were happy with the functioning of Greg Chappell back then. And imagine today, the very same Rahul Dravid in the West Indies wins a World Cup trophy as a head coach. For him also, it is sort of a redemption. And then because of that debacle, a lot of senior players did not travel to South Africa for the inaugural 2007 World Cup. Now a lot of players say that you know, they had no idea what, because at that time T20 was at its nascent stage, and so a lot of youngsters back then won that title, but here in Delhi and then in Mumbai, what happened, we know what happened, and MS Dhoni became a cult figure after that. And a lot of players, Rohit Sharma was part of that team, a very young player at that time. I remember, I think he hit a six as well in that crucial final, a low-scoring final in 2007. And today, you know, he is the captain of this Indian team. Life has come a full circle for a lot of these players, including Rohit Sharma, including Rahul Dravid, and it has also given India, you know, a sense of belief that mental block, you know, having lost so many World Cup titles in the last 13 odd years. Now I think that mental block is finally broken. They are off that mental block, and I think in times to come, this year you have the you had the T20 World Cup. Next year you'll have the ICC Champions Trophy. Then in 2026 you'll host the T20 World Cup. You'll be the
and I think that's what we've been talking about. Rahul brilliantly said, you know, it's not just about physical fitness of a player, it's also about the psychological fitness to make a comeback from sort of criticism or failures that you see. Example for Hardik Pandya specifically, as an example, but other players as much, because when a cricketer fan in India gets angry, they really get angry, and we've seen some very nasty situations as well. Take us through, Harshit,
look at that, look at that. Beautiful images coming from Mumbai, as well as we build up to that mega parade that's set to take place from 5 to 7 o'clock in the evening. A 1 kilometer stretch that the Indian team will be covering from the Marine Drive to the Wankhede Stadium. The first glimpses of that bus in which the Indian team will be traveling during the course of that parade. We have it here on India Today for you. On your left, by the way, guys, is what you saw back in the day, 2007. That is the first edition of the T20 World Cup, which the Indian T1 Mahendra Singh Dhoni was leading the celebrations back in the day. It's the same city where the celebrations will kick off again. It'll be nostalgia for many cricket fans because you saw an open bus parade back then, and right now as well. There you see the glimpses of the bus that's getting ready to host this parade and take the Indian team from Marine Drive to the Wankhede Stadium. All players over there, life-size images of all the Indian players on that bus you see pasted over there, and expect Mumbai to give a grand reception to the Indian team as it will be getting there in just about a few hours from now.
Harshit is telling us about these previous victories, and speaking of Dhoni, Harshit, we even saw that fan at ITC Maurya who still dons that Dhoni shirt, so that Dhoni flavor is still on. But many have forgotten 2007, for example, even 2013. You know, it's almost going to be a decade now. People wanted a refreshed victory, and how it has come, I think it's incredible with that last over, that nail-biting match. Maybe had it been an easy game, do you think, Harshit, this victory wouldn't have been as sweet as that last ball was?
I don't quite think, Pooja, it would have really made a difference. The Indian team just wanted to win. There was a sense of desperation that Virat Kohli also spoke of, Rohit Sharma spoken about it, and the fans as well. You know, you do want to savor a good contest, let's be honest, but this Indian team has waited, and its fans have waited for a long time. So they didn't care about, that was just a bit of a bonus, I would say, that you got a nail-biting contest. It's always good to have a nail-biting contest, but on the day you just wanted to win. No matter what the margin would have been, the Indian fans and the players, I'm sure the feeling was mutual. The feeling was very much the same between the two, that you just wanted to get over the line. The way Rohit Sharma, I remember, was beating the ground, the way Hardik Pandya went to the ground, the way Virat Kohli turned around, looked at the fans, then towards the heavens as well. These are going to be moments that the Indian cricket fan will always relish, and it's the party that's already begun now. For the Indian team, a grand reception already for them in the national capital. A cake in the Indian colours, in the colours of the Indian jersey, is what you saw them cut. They're with the Prime Minister as we speak. Piyush continues to be with us, who happens to be right outside the Prime Minister's residence. Piyush, we saw visuals of the Indian team bus getting inside the Prime Minister's residence. It's been roughly about 25 minutes, if memory serves me right, that we saw the bus go in. You were saying an hour is what we could look at as far as the interaction is concerned?
Well, certainly, according to the schedule which we have got, Team India has to leave from Prime Minister's residence at around 12 o'clock, and then from here they will head to ITC Maurya and then to airport and then to Mumbai for taking part in victory parade. So it's been around more than half an hour. They are inside the residence of Prime Minister. And their meeting officially began at around 11 a.m. And what we are learning is that a special breakfast will be there for all Indian players. Prime Minister is going to also have a chit-chat individually with all the players. The players are going to share their journey, their experience, the moment when they won the World Cup, when they picked that trophy, and also the very special catch which was done by Surya Kumar. So Prime Minister is certainly going to have one-to-one conversation with Surya Kumar Yadav as to how did he manage that catch, what was going on in his mind when he picked that catch. So all these things will certainly be talked about, will certainly be discussed during that 1 hour long discussion with all the players. So it's a mega moment as we are speaking. Players are inside after meeting with Prime Minister. Players will be leaving for Mumbai, where they will be taking part in a victory parade. But if we talk about Prime Minister's touch with all the players and his interest in cricket, as we have seen how he has been personally interacting with players, not only from the cricket fraternity but also from different sports, different leagues of sports, be it about the kabaddi player or badminton players or about the Olympians. Prime Minister has been talking with them and boosting their morale. We still remember when last time when Indian cricket team had a heartbreaking loss in Ahmedabad in Narendra Modi Stadium. Prime Minister was there in Ahmedabad. He had gone there in dressing room and had boosted the morale of all cricket players. And today, as the Indian team is back in country, holding ICC trophy in their hand, it's a special moment. And first thing which they have done is
the moment that many must be wondering, why this continuous coverage, why we have been live since 7 a.m. on this, basically 6 a.m. because that's when the team arrived. Think of the effort that has been put in, the backlash they face when they lose, to have all that criticism and then ensure that they emerge stronger, because Indian cricket team cannot afford to go down as perhaps ek match haar gaye, koi baat nahi. For every match there's this pressure that they have. Rahul, I bring you in here because this celebration is well deserved. The coverage of it as much, because isn't it reflective of the fact of how the team has bounced back? There have been games where, there were questions asked. Why has this player been selected? Is this the right captain? How will the team go forward? How do you look at this?
Well, the celebrations are absolutely justified, Pooja. 17 years is a very, very, very long time. The first time or the last time that India won this T20 World Cup. In those 17 years, what all has happened. In those 17 years, I wonder if Instagram was even existed back then. And, you've had 3 or in fact 4 general elections, 2009, 2014, 19 and recently in 2024. So much has gone by in the last 17 years. So every celebration is justified. And just to, let you know about Prime Minister meeting sports persons, in this case cricketers. So right now they're meeting the cricketers, the world champions, the T20 World Cup winners. Later in the evening, he has to meet India's Olympic bound athletes. So he is also meeting those who are right now in contention for a medal at the Olympics as well. He has a meeting lined up at close to 5 in the evening, because a lot of Indian athletes who will travel to Paris for the Olympic Games will meet him. And that's something sort of a send-off ceremony, meeting the Prime Minister, taking his best wishes. And as coming back to this World Cup, you said, you mentioned in India, people follow cricket very, very, very minutely. Everybody has a reason for something. You mentioned about the selections, because a lot of people, there was a clamor that Rinku Singh is not part of this team. Shivam Dube has been picked. Whether Virat Kohli should have been part of this team or not. Rohit Sharma leading again. In January, both these players were drafted back in the T20 setup. Even though Hardik Pandya had been leading this team ever since India lost that final. In fact, ever since India lost the 2022 T20 World Cup. So it seemed that days for Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were over. And then what happens? Rohit Sharma is handed over the captaincy. Virat Kohli comes back into the setup. And just before this T20 World Cup, imagine, since the last T20 World Cup, that is 2022 to 2024 T20 World Cup, how many T20 internationals did Virat Kohli play? 2. Rohit Sharma also played a few in that 3-match series against Afghanistan, but that's all they had played as far as T20 internationals were concerned. So eyebrows were bound to be raised. But both these champion players, they have left a legacy behind them. They walked into the sunset. As far as T20Is are concerned, remember, they will continue to be part of the IPL franchisees there, their IPL franchisees. But a lot of questions were raised, and but eventually, everybody, everybody, whatever was said, I think all these celebrations are a proof.